What's good, guys? It's Jidel, and today we are going to find out if Team LeBron could go 82-0 if they were an actual NBA team. I saw a lot of people around 2 years ago were doing videos like, could the 96 Dream Team, could the 2012 Olympic team go 82-0? Sadly, the Olympic rosters are not in this year's NBA 2K, but I was easily able to put Team LeBron together. So we got LeBron, Harden, Durant, Anthony Davis, Kawhi Leonard, Kyrie Irving. This team is stacked. I mean, we also got Michael Beasley because we had to meet the roster minimums, but trust me, Beasley ain't going to get any playing time on this team. I don't even think the computer wants to give Dwayne Wade playing time. We'll just double check that. Yeah, it doesn't want to give Beal or Wade playing time. Imagine not giving Bradley Beal some minutes. Come on now. Bradley Beal needs some minutes. So yeah, this team is ridiculous. Can they go 82-0? I don't think in the sim engine it'll let any team go 82-0 unless we completely devoided the other teams of all talent. But teams like Milwaukee still have Giannis, the Thunder still have Westbrook, Jazz still have Donovan Mitchell. So there's still talented players across the NBA who could stop us. You know, if a player gets hot in the NBA, like a superstar gets hot, there's really nothing you can do about it. It doesn't matter how good your team is. For example, like, I don't think the Lakers were losing the day Kobe scored 81. I don't think the Heat were losing the day LeBron scored 61. But hey, you never know. It's hard to stop a team as stacked as our team. I don't know if they're the best fit, honestly. I think like a better fit maybe with putting Klay Thompson in the starting lineup because he doesn't need the ball as much as Harden does, even though he's not as good as Harden, obviously. But if LeBron's holding the ball most of the time, then probably putting Klay around him would be nice. But it really shouldn't matter. This team is just stacked. Will we go 82-0? I'm not sure. I think we're going to hit 75-7 if I had to guess. I think the computer will hand us some losses. So if we do lose a game, let's investigate why it happened. Now, way back in the day before I was a YouTuber and I just did a lot of rebuilds for fun, I did an Oklahoma City Thunder rebuild. The best record I ever saw happen in the game was I went 80-2 one year. And in that franchise mode, Kevin Durant basically became the GOAT. He won like 12 straight MVPs, 10 straight Defensive Player of the Years. I don't remember the rest of the team really. I just remember Durant became a god. He became the god, and we went 80-2. Right now we're 15-0, so there's a good chance we actually do make it out of here going 80-2 or better. 82-0, I still don't see it happening, but we're just simming away. And every time I do this simulation, it makes me think I need to get myself one of those PS4 Pros because it actually simulates the game way faster than the normal PlayStation does, which is kind of interesting. So we're winning a lot of these games by a lot of points. Now, guys, I do want to tell you that right before we're recording this right now, I tried to record this video and I forgot to add James Harden to the team, which was a big mistake, which is why I'm re-recording it. And that team without Harden actually went 73-9, the same record as that Warriors team did in 2015, I believe. So kind of interesting. Adding Harden has really changed the game, but we have an 11-point loss to the Oklahoma City Thunder. We took our first L, and James Harden here, he did lead the way for us, kind of. LeBron James, 5 of 11. Kevin Durant, 5 of 11. Not the best performance. Anthony Davis, 3 of 8. We don't like to see that. Ooh, so for the Thunder, George and Westbrook just went off. Both of them pretty efficient there. Their worst player is Raymond Felton, but when Paul George and Westbrook are playing that well, it's hard to lose, even if the other team is stacked like our team is. So a more interesting question is if we're going to go 16-0 in the playoffs, because, you know, 82-0, there's just so many games. It's really hard to get 82-0. 16-0, there's only 16 games. So I think that might be a possibility. We have a rematch with the Thunder, and we beat them by only 5 this time. So to only beat them by 5 is kind of crazy. We only beat the Rockets by 6, and they don't even have James Harden. All right, we went 81-1. We lost one game. We lost that one game to the Thunder. So I bet if, you know, I simulated this 4 or 5 times, at least one of those times we would have gone 82-0. So could Team LeBron go 82-0? I'm inclined to say yes. I feel like in real life, they just wouldn't. I just feel like it's too hard to go 82-0. There's just, everyone would be trying their hardest. I feel like you would lose your competitive edge when you're that far ahead in the standings. Nonetheless, Steph Curry was the MVP in this scenario. He's averaging 35 a game. We did take away Durant and Klay. Curry's going to put up a lot of shots in a situation like that. It would be exciting to see Steph Curry on a team like that where he could just score like that. Trae Young, Rookie of the Year, 24 points per game. Everything else looks kind of normal. Somehow no one on our team made the All-NBA first team. Somehow no one on our team made the All-NBA second team. And LeBron James, our boy, made the All-NBA third team. Now, I'm sure you guys want to see the stats. So James Harden led the team in scoring. But honestly, what's more interesting to me is the shot attempts. He actually did lead the team in shot attempts too. LeBron was second in shot attempts, but he didn't score as many points per game as Kyrie Irving did. Kind of interesting. So everyone was basically in the teens for our team. Everyone was getting buckets on our team. I think everyone shot above 50% too. Yes, they did. And from 3, Klay actually shot over 50%. Everyone else, pretty good shooting. Rebounds per game, no one was too crazy for us. Assists per games, again, no one's too crazy for us, but we do have a lot of good ball movers on this team. All right, so let's see how we do in the playoffs. Are we going to go 16-0? Are we going to drop a game? I don't think we're going to drop one to the Spurs, but I do see we might go against the Thunder if they come back from 3-1. We dropped one against the Spurs. The Thunder did come back from 3-1. That's kind of odd. Here we go. We're up 3-0. And we're up 4-0. So we're going to lose a playoff game. We might lose 2. Let's see how we do against this Denver Nuggets team. And we went 4-0 against the Thunder, 4-0 against the Nuggets, 4-1 against the 76ers. So 16-2 in the playoffs. Interesting. Congrats on completing the season. Try again to see if you can do better. So let's see if we can do any better than that. Obviously, I don't want to just simulate it again. So what I am curious about is seeing how much the difficulty slider on the franchise mode actually can make a difference. So now we're going to do it again with the God Squad Lakers team, Team LeBron. But this time we're going to up the simulator difficulty to 75, halfway between normal and I guess you losing every game. I don't know. I don't really know how much this affects the outcomes of the games, honestly. But let's make it 75 simulator difficulty. Let's see if that results in us getting less than 50 wins, maybe? I don't know how much this is going to affect the team. So now the world is artificially against us. The heavens have called down and they said we do not want Team LeBron to win. So now that we're playing under those circumstances, let's see what our record is. We went 81-1 on the default difficulty. And with 75 simulator difficulty, let's see what we go. Alright, so once again, Steph Curry MVP with, if I'm not mistaken, the exact same points per game he had that first year we did this little test. But Luka won Rookie of the Year. That changed. We went 68-14. So raising the difficulty actually did make our record noticeably worse, but we were still an all-time great team. 68 wins is a crazy season. LeBron was on the third team again. Davis was on the defense team. Why am I talking so strange? Let's see if it affected the player stats at all. This time LeBron led the team in scoring and shot attempts by a lot more than he did last time. So it is kind of interesting. I didn't expect these numbers to change that much. I'm surprised Kevin Durant only averaged 12 points per game though. This time some guys did shoot below 50%. Klay actually went down 10% on his three-pointers. So that's actually kind of interesting how that all worked out. So in the playoffs, let's see if we can go 16-0 in the playoffs. I think that's still a possibility, even with the simulator difficulty going up. We swept the first round, so we're already better than we were last year. We swept the second round, so we have a chance. We still have a chance at 16-0 in the playoffs, and we lose one to the Warriors. I'm guessing Steph Curry just went off in that game. That's the only way. And so we go 16-1. Many teams have gone 16-1. By many teams, I mean 2 teams have gone 16-1. Now 3, including us in this fake fantasy world. In Game 4, Steph Curry only scored 22 points to beat us. That is a little interesting. We didn't really get a lot out of our guys. Kevin Durant took 3 attempts from the field. 3 attempts. Look, I know this team's stacked, but there should never be a game where Kevin Durant only shoots the ball 3 times. It doesn't make any sense. Alright, well, I suppose there's not much else to see here. We could try to put Team Giannis, see how good Team Giannis would be. Really quickly, I'll just go over their roster really quick. Alright, so Team Giannis' starting lineup is Giannis, Steph Curry, Joel Embiid, Paul George, and Kemba Walker. So right off the bat, not quite as good a starting lineup, let's be honest. But perhaps maybe a little bit more better fitting. Even though the talent may not be the same level, maybe you could argue the fit is a little bit better. Maybe if Kemba Walker was a shooting guard and he was a little bit bigger, that'd be like a perfect fit starting lineup. Steph and Giannis together, we know that would be unfair. The bench for Team Giannis, Blake Griffin, Nikola Vucevic, Nikola Jokic, Kyle Lowry, we got Russell Westbrook, Chris Middleton, Dirk Nowitzki, Oladipo, and D'Angelo Russell. So that team would also be stacked. I think it's fair to say they would not be as good as Team LeBron, but we could shoot them into a video. I don't think I'm going to give them a full dedicated video like I gave Team LeBron, because this turned out to be kind of a shorter video. So maybe next time we do a what if, we'll quickly put this aside. Comment if you want me to do this with Team Giannis. Just let me know in the comments. Say like, I want this with Team Giannis, or just Team Giannis, something to that degree. Leave a like on this video below if you enjoyed it. If you have an idea for a theory video, a what if video, let me know what your idea is. I know this video ended up being on the short side. My original plan today was to do an 09 Chicago Bulls rebuild with the Derrick Rose Bulls, but I couldn't find the right roster. When I found one, it turned out to not be as good. Some of the ratings were off. The free agent pool was full of guys who are stars today, so it wasn't quite right. So if you know someone who makes those kinds of rosters, the historical rosters, let me know. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, subscribe now. And if you want to check out another what if video, maybe a more interesting what if video, check out this video where I put every single player on their hometown team and we saw what city had the best homegrown talent in the world. Hint, might have been my local one. Peace!